What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Guitar Corner. I'm working on a song called The Battle of Blair Mountain. I got a bunch of verses I'm trying to whittle down, but I figure until I finish that, I better get my finger picking back up to speed. So I was screwing around trying to get it in the right key, and I realized it might be fun to talk about capos a little bit. It's a thing that I avoided using forever, because somewhere when I was little and learning guitar, in my mind, capo was just a thing that people had to use because they weren't capable of playing, the big bar chords. For instance, if you learn, a cowboy chord, G, C, D. In the rock and rollers, we were all like, oh, we got to play. We got to cover our own root notes and bass notes, which is all the capo is. It's basically just taking the nut and it's saying, okay, that's your set of 6 strings. We're moving it up into these different positions. Now, the funny thing about it is that it was a ridiculous attitude I have. Granted, some people do lean on capos. They just want to move the cowboy chords around. But look, I say it all the time, 3 chords and the truth. If you got a song that's working for you, you're being yourself, who cares? It's fine, whatever. It doesn't matter. I did a little lesson here a few ago that was a slide tuning that was open to where you could basically play about 100,000 songs doing this. If people are moved by the music, it works. There's no reason to hate on it. But once I got over my pretentiousness about this, I realized what an amazing thing to have to, first of all, get up on the neck a little bit, especially on these like electric acoustics. This is a Chet Atkins going through a little reverb and a little Fishman amp. There's a bell like that. Lindsey Buckingham does this amazingly well. He will play these kind of acoustic electrics, fingerstyle, and get this bell-like tone that you can get up that it's really almost a really mildly like nasally tone that's really beautiful in here. Nils Lofgren too, he would do it. He would do a lot of muted picking. I'll do a little example of that in a second. But there's something about playing up in the high register. And what's cool is the capo will do that. It'll get you up in some of these higher keys while you still can fall back on what these open strings were. So, for instance, what I was playing up here, it sounds a lot fancier than it really is. If I was in E minor, say I didn't have the capo on, I'm just going on the 3rd string, and I'm pivoting off those open strings. And when I get to the chorus, power chord, I know. Wait, I can see out there, baby, if you watch it, like, do the metal one, it's coming, I promise. So we talked about this in one of the other guitar corners. If you do that, but use those open strings, go down to the B, use those open strings. Now listen to what that sounds like if we capo up at 6. So what are we doing? We're effectively putting this song now in B flat minor. So here I'll use this as if it, I'm thinking like a pentatonic scale. One finger. I cheated. But so now when you play that, it's got all those. I've done those inversions a few times, but basically I've got those open strings. And when I did this little part at the end there, I was trying to make up like almost a little lullaby thing. When I went, and then I go, just blues. About capo, sometimes they'll throw you a little out of tune if you don't put them on there just right. But here's the thing, when I went, I'm using these strings to build the chord. So it just fills it out so well. So let's try another one. This is a thing called These Old Texas Dance Halls, and the riff goes like this. It's G major, so your relative minor is always a step and a half. So E minor, so you can think in major or minor, or if you know every note on this thing and you're not thinking in modes, that's beautiful. You're on the other level. Think about it that way. But check this out. If we went, see, we got that. I love suspended 2s, suspended 4s. We got that 4 open. Now, say whoever's singing, maybe you're singing, you're like, I want to try it a little higher. But it's going to be real hard to move up. You're never going to be able to drop your hand down and grab all those open, those little suspensions. So you go up like this, and bam, now you're in A major. And guess what? It takes care of you. It's right there. Sean Belford, hard work takes care of you. Now, if you want to go up one more step, B. It's got you you covered. You don't have to reach back there. So I guess what I'm getting at is just don't always think of this as just a way to kind of move those cowboy chords. Try to let it screw you up. I love something that throws me out of my normal way of thinking. That's why I talk about keeping cheap guitars with all kinds of different strings and different tunings, is sometimes if you get in a rut or a plateau, you know, this will break you out having something a little bit different. So the last thing I want to talk about today real quick, and then I'll do a little show and tell because I got something I'm super excited about. Back to Kiss one more time. Let's do this. This is, what are we in? We're in, actually, you know what? I'm going to move it up. Let's go to, this should really throw us out of whack a little bit. I'm in B flat, which would be, or B flat minor, which would be D flat. Yeah, I'm in D flat major. So, I'm going to lay down a little loop of that part I was just playing, and then let's solo or just make up some melodies, repeat some things, find some hooks, because a lot of times I see when people have the capo on, it's almost like they're kind of afraid to play melody above it. You know, the trick is just to get in that place where you remember this is just giving you, what was the nut? It's giving you the open strings there, but it's not changing the key. You're still, I had a hard time with this forever. You're still going to be in D flat major. So whatever you know, it's all still as if that wasn't there. So let's lay down something, and I'll give you an example, and I'll try to give you an example of that. What was it? It was in The Sopranos, that Nils Lofgren song, Babies in the Black Books. Check out Black Books. I swear he must be playing a Chet, and he's doing this muted, incredible, weird, beautiful picking, and just unbelievable. Played with Springsteen, played with, done a million cool things. But here we go. Let's do this. Make a little loop. Let's do a little minor too. Same thing. We just drop down to that open. Here's the loop. Boom. There's the open string. Nils. Get a little bit of the palm down. There's that tension. Almost like a piano kind of. Calm down, let's find a little melody. Same thing. Gotta be careful bending with the capo because it'll get stuck under there and then you're in trouble. That was really rough, but I think you get the picture. It's still, I gotta practice more with it because it still gets in my head that it's lying down there as if it's somehow moved the key. So I'm acting like I'm telling you what to do. I hit a couple clunkers in there. You know the joke, just hit it twice and it ain't wrong. I'm just gonna slide into it, slide into it. It's just, we just gotta keep putting in the hours. But anyway, folks, thanks for joining me. I hope you have some fun, you know, messing with the capo, using some of those open strings. What I'm gonna try to do as I keep going on, I'll go back to some of the things we laid out in the other ones and we'll keep, you know, adding them on there. And folks, if you're just jumping in and you start at the top, it's not like I really start with, you know, putting the strings on and picks. I'll talk about all this stuff as we go, but, you know, I'm kind of, a lot of the things I'm doing are intermediate and some of the advanced stuff, but there are some links on the first few guitar corners for getting up to speed, but I'll always try to make sure there's something in there that everybody can grab onto. For instance, on that Texas Dance Halls, if you want to play along with that and you're just starting out, just C or G, G, B, C, D, D, D suspended, G, and you can play right along with it. So hopefully there's something for everybody in these. All right, let's do it. We're finishing up with show and tell magic, ladies and gentlemen. Well, first of all, I found something pretty cool, and we did if you're coming to YouTube for these, you've probably seen it. In June, we did a live from Nashville live stream. The band and I, Kelsey Cook on the drums, Aaron O'Neill, bass and vocals, Kelsey on vocals too, she's unbelievable. And I found my old schematic for the pedals. Folks, I have been going crazy over, it's Ryan Nixon, and it's Nashville pedals. I think I'm screwing the name up. I'll say it in the next show. But Ryan is incredible. I've been trading in some old pedals, trying some new stuff. I think I showed you that microcosm I got a ways back. That thing, as I'm getting into it, it's really like, it's like running a supercomputer. It's a lot of options, which I normally don't like. I like to click on the thing and I want to hear some magic come out. I don't want to concentrate on what's at my feet. I don't want to be thinking too hard about the gear. I want to be trying to get, you know, some emotion out there. But that thing is worth it. That microcosm is doing, I think it's made right here in Tennessee. That freaking pedal does something. It's called granular synthesis, and it does these crushed bit low octaves. It plays stuff back to you. There is, I don't know, that thing is like Release the Kraken. There's crazy stuff in there. It's absolutely wonderful. But I'm going to make up a couple of new pedal boards because I got a couple projects coming up that I'm on, some film and TV stuff. I'll tell you more about that. I know on social media I'm always, I got a new placement on blah, blah, blah. So we've heard enough about that. But it's really fun building little pedal boards and kind of, just like the Capo, knocks you out of your normal way of thinking. I love building those pedal boards and trying to get myself in a whole different frame of mind. But let's close with this. I am only 2 records away. I used to always only buy these at stores because I was trying to support the little vinyl stores, but I have cheated a little bit. Now that the Delta's back and we're trying to, we got to behave. I ordered this one. So sorry, Allison at Allison's Used Records over there. You're freaking amazing over on, 196. But I'm only 2 away from finishing my Kiss collection. When I was 4 years old, I saw Kiss at Cobo Hall. Gene breathed fire and stuck out his tongue like an idiot. Paul's jumping around being a superhero that he is, that beautiful little Christmas man. And I know both those guys have COVID, but they seem to be doing great. They had to pause some shows. But ever since I was little, I had almost all the Kiss cassettes, but I said over all the years, I said, someday I want the Kiss vinyl. Because, the band is imagery, man. It's the big faces, and they always put the craziest, coolest stuff in the records. It was posters. It was, if you're part of the Kiss Army Love Gun, you had a little gun you could build as a kid. I know. Resorting to childhood at the end of, hopefully the end of the pandemic. I've only got 2 to go. This was one of them. Oh, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Criss solo record. I'm not going to lie, we got that one last because there's only really one song that I remember liking on it. Sorry, Peter. I know the band beat you up enough without me beating you up, but you're a wild man. I read your bio and you are a wild man. It was I Can't Stop the Rain. That song is awesome. But this and The Elder. The Elder is the last one, and I'm one of the few Kiss fans. I don't hate The Elder. I think it's amazing. But anything that was movie soundtrack, I said in another episode, Flash Gordon by Queen blew my mind apart as a child. I was up there trying to be a wing fighter, watching television. That's probably part of the reason I do movie soundtrack stuff today. I just love it. But folks, I'm close. I'll probably do some silly thing in the yard. I'll put all the Kiss vinyl out and take a picture. But I'm only 1 away now. So woo, 10-4. Okay, I love y'all. Thanks for joining me. I read every comment. Let me know what you want to learn, what you think, how it's going, what's shaking. Hoping for some more Prince stories from the last one. Anyway, thanks a lot, and I'll see you soon. Gooding. Out of here. Bye-bye.